Crabtree.
Ah, Miss Hamilton, what a surprise. Can I help you?
I certainly hope so. The constabulary must shut that place down immediately.
What place is this?
They call it the Blind Pig. But a den of iniquity is what it is. They play the devil's music, and couples dance in a most unseemly manner.
Unseemly?
I haven't seen it with my own eyes, thank the Lord. But I have it on good report that men and women are touching in public.
Well, Miss Hamilton, it's dancing. There's going to be some degree of...
But it's the way they do it.
I see.
I hardly dare imagine what else goes on in that place. Licentious music breeds all manner of vice. It must be stopped before the whole city is infected.
Well, I will consult with the inspector.
The Jubilee singers have quite taken leave of their senses.
Well, I thought they were very respectable, Miss Hamilton. Your kind of entertainment.
You cannot rely on anyone these days. Instead of those charming plantation songs, they're now performing acts of lewdness.
Lewdness?
On stage, no less.
Sounds like a matter for the detective to investigate.
Well, we need to dig down past this soil and find out where this tunnel leads, and it sounds like you're the man for the job, George.
Sir, when did you develop this aversion to digging?
Well, no, George. It's just that you're far better at it than I am.
Well, you know, there is a technique to it, yes. Not everybody can sort of size up where it needs to be dug and...
Screw machine, screw machine, screw machine, screw machine.
Sir, I hesitate to even suggest this, but I've recently been informed of the most unusual theory. What if our thief was headed down?
Down.
Sir, many people believe that a race of beings live inside the hollows of the earth.
I don't know what to say to that, George.
Well, sir, Dr. Ogden and Dr. Grace just attended a lecture on the subject. It could explain our thefts.
How?
Well, perhaps the inner earthers are tunneling up to steal our diamonds and then tunneling back down to return to their own world.
I don't know what to say to that either, George.
Well, sir, I can't speak with authority on the subject. I'm no expert.
Clearly.
Sir, the idea that there are people living inside the earth
is absurd. George, gravity alone would preclude the possibility.
In fact, I'm quite convinced it's pitch black, and the hollow earthers have pale, almost translucent skin, and they have snout noses, sir. They are these snouted beasts who navigate by their sense of smell. No, sir, by sound, of course. They're like bats. They emit this high-pitched... and it bounces through the tunnels.
George, why have we not seen one of these snouted beasts, then?
They're allergic to sunlight, like vampires. And, sir, I know there are no vampires in North America.
Honestly, George.
Well, Mr. Worthington keeps all such documents in his sole possession.
So at his home, in a safe, perhaps?
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
Oh! Coffeeman, take him away, Crabtree. What is this about? How dare you manhandle me like some cretin? I am a man of reason and intellect.
Well, I promise I will manhandle you reasonably.
Salutations of the morning to you two ladies.
I'm attorney Jacob Edward James of James, Jarvis and James, and at present am representing the missing person, henceforth referred to as one Ian Albert Worthington, president of the Canadian Bank, brother to Miss Lucretia Worthington, at present sitting to my right, and fiancé of Miss Cassandra Chadwick, seated at this moment to my left.
Very pleased to meet you, Miss Worthington, though I do wish it were under more pleasant circumstances.
Well, I apologize for not sharing in your delight. But I've never understood my brother's fascination with dolly mops.
You have some nerve.
But yes, I do.
To the matter at hand. On this day in 1901, with witnesses present and in the offices of said attorneys...
James,
Oh, for the love of Ada.
I wish to make
Sir,
known to the present parties.
are you sure that's wise? Under the circumstances, Murdoch, I think it's imperative.
Mentioned date and henceforth that said attorneys will
invoke a policy of... Attorney Jacob Edward James.
Get a grip on yourself, man.
Yes, sir.
And stick to the bloody manuscript.
Yes, sir.
And stop calling me sir.
Yes, sir.
due to Mr. Worthington's sudden and unexpected absence.
I have invoked my power of attorney and will disperse funds accordingly. However, I thought it appropriate to inform you, seeing as you are Mr. Worthington's two existing heirs.
His two heirs?
Surprised? What? Did the gold digger think she was getting it all?
Ladies, I assure you.
There is more than enough to go around. $500,000, in fact.
No.
In total?
No. Each.
Well, my brother will almost certainly reappear, very much alive.
Yes, but until either he or his earthly remains resurface, please sign here.
But what if, God forbid, he nor his body are ever found?
Well, then, Miss Chadwick, I'm afraid Mr. Worthington will be declared dead in absentia, and the estate divided betwixt you.
I see.
In 7 years' time.
Excuse me, you did say 7.
Sir?
Bonjour. Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Mademoiselle Désirée Deneuf. Ooh la la.
Well, how tall was he? Well, how tall are you? Well, as we've never met, that doesn't really help me.
Excuse me, Constable.
Well, how tall are you?
Detective Murdoch.
Miss Pierce, Constable Crabtree's busy on another case at the moment. If you could please have a seat.
You don't know how tall you are. I've entered us into a curling contest.
What are you talking about, Crabtree?
Sir, I had nothing to do with it. Sir, I will not let Leslie Garland best me at this.
Leslie Garland?
Sir, I've just challenged him to a curling contest. Have you not been listening?
You're drunk as a skunk, Crabtree.
Well, that might be so, sir, but I'm not ashamed. I think I deserve to be. That Leslie Garland... Well, I think we could beat him with our eyes behind our back, sir. I'm a fine curler. And with you, sir, and you, Detective, and you, Henry, with the lads, am I right?
Higgins, take Constable Crabtree home.
Oh, yes, sir.
Well, go on then.
I knew I could count on you, sir.
Come on, George, let's get you.
Pilferer,
Money ower,
scofflaw,
borrower,
pen pirate,
deadbeat.
match.
George, that's not even an insult.
Inspector, I think you're supposed to use them like this.
For goodness sakes, you two, you use them like this.
Nehoma.
Ho, Nehoma.
Bloody hell.
I can do it.
Very impressive.
Detective Murdoch, you're back early.
Yes.
Did you have a good vacation?
Thank you. This is Dr. Grace's personal correspondence.
William, it's not as if I was going to read it.
Would you have, if I hadn't been here? You may have condemned yourself, my lady.
I believe I've condemned both of us. It's quite romantic, isn't it?
And for dessert, the Charlotte Russe?
Or maybe that. What is that?
What are you going to have?
Oh, I don't know. The beef?
William, something other than fine cuisine and my charming self has clearly taken your attention.
Not at all, Julia.
William,
Julia, thank you for coming.
you wanted to see me about something important?
Yes, Julia. I was hoping that you would...
Yes.
But I haven't finished yet.
Oh, yes, of course.
And as the rock slows even more, this effect is magnified. Hence the curve.